the show with your friend and mine. So tell me, Dr. Squee, who's it gonna be this time? We like to hear you talk, but we love to hear you listen. And if you are not subscribed, you won't know what you're missing. So welcome to the Dr. Squee Show. Welcome to the Dr. Squee Show. Welcome to the Dr. Squee Show. Headphones up. Here we go.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Dr. Squee Show. I'm Dr. Squee, and this is my show. Hope you're all well this evening. We've got an exciting one tonight. She is currently, and I think quite permanently, touring the country with both her solo act, with Sci-Fi Weekender she's just come from, and a little something she calls her Carnival of Chaos. Please welcome to the Dr. Squee Show my new friend, Madam Misfit.
Hello! How exciting. That's an amazing introduction. I like it.
Yeah, you see, like, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I add enthusiasm. That's the main thing.
I loved it. I felt it through the screen.
Nice. So how have you been? How's everything been? Like, it was nearly a week and a bit ago that we saw each other at the Weekender.
I know. I think I died somewhere after that. And I'm reborn again. So here I am, the new version of me. I mean, it took so much out of me, but it's very much, I like to give everything 110% to every single person that sees my show. And I think it just killed me, I think. So.
Actually, there was something I want to ask. And please, this is not meant in any insult. Like, I always say this just in case, because I'm very good at foot and mouth. But when you were doing the kind of the Saturday, I believe it was, you were on the main stage, and there was one bit where you were kind of doing Inspector Gadget, which, don't worry, we will explain that in just a minute, guys. But when you were doing Inspector Gadget, and you kind of had this really, I thought, fantastic throaty, like really kind of like felt a bit like a scream heavy metal kind of thing. And someone said to me, it's like, oh, she was really good. She was really working through when she had like kind of raspy voice. I go, I thought that was on purpose. I like, you know, it's like we all loved it, but the question, we were kind of having a debate whether or not it was purposeful or not, even though it sounded great. I just want to point that out. No one was saying it didn't sound great. It just whether it was intentional or just lack of voice at that stage.
I think it was intentional. I mean, I had that voice permanently throughout the rest of the week, but listening back to some of the audio, so I had some guys in the room filming because I wanted to take some live footage, and the way I sung Inspector Gadget that night and Nelly the Elephant compared to the recording I've got on my original album from 3 years ago is very different. I'm all very, very softly, and then that line says, Inspector Gadget.
That was the debate we had, because the thing was, I'd heard, but I think I caught a very little of your set last time, just kind of running around doing the interviews or whatever in the evening, and I kind of missed it, and everyone was absolutely worrying about it to me. But I kind of go, oh, I must check her out. But then, you know how it is, like when you see someone live, that is a better call for you to kind of check out their back catalogue, which I've now done. But it's like when you came on, it's like, I didn't know any difference. I was like, oh, that's great. I've never thought of doing a kind of like, for want of a better term, screamo version of Inspector Gadget. That was awesome. And people going, well, on the recording, she was quite genteel with it, really.
I think I just get whipped up into whatever happens. And like the hilarious thing is like, oh my God, I was performing that song at a birthday party the other night. So that again was a very different version. You know, it was all like kind of hoppy and nicey. You guys don't know what this is. You weren't born in the 80s. Like I came to play the Wombles and I was like, you guys have no idea what the Wombles is. So yeah, so I just kind of make it work with the crowd basically. So yeah, I'm playing at a metal club in a few weeks time. So let's see what version comes out then.
Right, you just need to like really scratch up your throat.
I should do an entire album just of the same song for different genres. Like, yeah, there we go.
I think it's a genuine huge compliment though, because it's not everyone who can sort of sing when their voice is in different states or, you know, pitch it so drastically different. So again, for anyone watching, what I'll do is like when we're doing the radio version, I'll have Inspector Gadget at the top here so you kind of know what we're talking about in advance. But for anyone who doesn't know, essentially it's kind of it's a weird and wonderful mix of Inspector Gadget, the theme tune, a bit of kind of like a really old 2030s vibe and scream metal voice. Like, you can do all those various different things and just
I'm like a
still it's kind of
one-man band.
perfectly in pitch.
Yeah, no, it's like, I mean, Inspector Gadget was my first song that was released really very much at the beginning of not only Madam Misfit as an act, but also pre-pandemic. So it was released February 2020. So yeah, hence it took off really well because everyone went to online streaming. So there was me brand new into the music scene. I just recorded it very genteel, didn't think anyone would really pay any attention to it, and then it was like shut up the charts in my little genre of electro swing, and it's the encore to every gig I do now. So kind of like should have recorded it with more gumph, but here we go. So yeah.
You see, this is what I love because we've already friend of the show, Professor Elemental's come on with his chap hop, which I believe it's him, Mr. B the Gentleman Rhymer, and I think I heard there was one other person who does that particular genre. And now I'm introduced to electro swing. I love the fact that, like, please, for anyone who hasn't been to the Sci-Fi Weekender, please do check it out. It's an absolutely wonderful event, but you get acts which you will not get anywhere else. And I like even genres I've never heard of. And I mean, did you invent electro swing, or is there other practitioners of this art?
Oh yeah, huge. So electro swing is a fusion of new and old music. So you said about the 20s, 30s style, which is great that you picked up on that. So I like to sample a lot of 20s and 30s thing, just with kind of modern drum samples and drum loops and stuff. So like Great Gatsby was a great film for kicking off electro swing. That's sort of the noise, and I do a lot of swing hop, which is a fusion of obviously electro swing and hip hop, and then obviously I do the chap hop as well, as the only female it sort of does that. Yeah, I just like silliness and just enjoy. Yeah, I like to rap sort of verses and sing choruses and heavily harmonize things as well, and yeah, just whatever takes my fancy. I think that's fine. Just kind of go there. So
and we got a hello from Jody. Jody Watts, love you, Sarah. So, I mean, actually, I should have checked this before. Should I address you as Madam Misfit, as Misfit, as what are we doing here?
It's like royalty. It should be Madam Misfit first time round, then just Sarah. There you go.
Oh, okay, right, okay. I've gone past that threshold.
We're past thinking, that's fine.
I was thinking Misfit and Squee, we could fight crime with that kind of like branding going on.
I like that. That's right. Yeah.
Or maybe set up an attorney at law. I don't know, something.
Well, we've got 12 months, haven't we? So
exactly.
There we go.
There we go. Taking you right back though, I've as usual, I've kind of started this off at a very random place and then I'll order it later.
Start
this
now.
Is very much my brand. Oh no, well, God. If nothing else, these guys have just been hearing for the last month about the fact that I've got ADHD, or I found out that I've got ADHD. I already had it, but it's like I've now caught up with that. So if I did things in a linear order at this point, I'd be off brand, if anything.
Yeah, keep them on the toes.
Exactly. But let us go back to the start. So where did you first find out you've got this wonderful voice, and did you always have this great range which you've got?
So I always sung in choirs and that at school, but I wasn't really much of a sharer. I didn't like choir work, so knew I wanted to be on my own. And then I started singing by myself. So I also, as well as Madam Misfit, do a lot of the vintage scene, so the 40s covers. So I actually sing a lot daytime in care homes and make old people cry. That's my daytime. So that's sort of where my love of the vintage kind of sound, those warbly old records and all of that very heavy vibrato kind of came in. I'm emulating the sounds of Vera Lynn, the Andrews Sisters, Doris Day, Ella Fitzgerald. That's what I've done for 10 years, is do that. And then the sort of range, I had a couple of singing lessons. I sung classically, I sung, various languages and that, but it was more about the technical side of things for me. And kind of once I got a grasp on that, and I was a big fangirl of Professor Elemental and Mr. B as well. I used to go to their gigs. And it was, about 2015, I think I went to see Professor Elemental in Lincoln, so where I live. And I said, oh, by the way, I do a bit of singing. And he said, oh, next time I'm in Lincoln, come and join me on stage. I just didn't think he'd actually mean it until I got the email weeks before his next visit saying, yeah, do you want to come and join me? And I was like, I cannot sing Vera Lynn on the stage with him. What the hell am I going to do? And I Googled like 1940s remix and up came electro swing. So if you've heard of Postmodern Jukebox, I did a couple of their covers. I did Stacey's Mum, and then I would do a version of In the Mood by a couple of DJs called Barton Baker. If anyone's interested in electro swing, Barton Baker, Power of Stella, Electric Swing Circus, Caravan Palace, they're all big electro swing bands and DJs. But because kind of got my head into those. I was just doing covers really, those sort of Gatsby style covers. And then he said, you know what? I think you should make something of them. And that were the last words he ever said to me before I technically became his rival. So
I thought you were going to go with Prodigy.
Well, he was amazing. He like gave me the olive branch, basically. That would be cool if the branch actually came across your screen then. But
sorry, it's got stuck by the door. There you go. So
there you go. Lovely.
Just don't ask to see it.
He was amazing. You know, I say to him regularly that without you, you know, Madam Misfit wouldn't be here. She might be here in a different sort of kind of musicality thing, but the music style, I forever used to write little ditties for people, kind of limericks and poems. So that before I knew it, I just saw it as poetry. He sees it as rap. I don't like being called a rapper. I'm a poetry artist with a beat. I think
there's definitely some rap in there, and I think that's the side of it maybe that you've kind of been influenced by the Prof by.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, I mean, we did a little workshop down. I went to visit him, and he helped me rap and do some freestyle and expand on my writing and fluidity and stuff like that. Although I'm not good enough for freestyling live. I think if I forget a few words, I'll do it, but I've not got those skills, but I can sing whereas he can't. So that's where the battle kind of
shots fired to the Prof.
No, yeah. Bless him, but no, he's been absolutely great. No, it's hilarious. So I'm doing a few bits for him. He does a few bits for me on each other's tracks and stuff. So it works lovely. But then I was actually supporting Mr. B the other night, the Gentleman Rhymer. So that was lovely to work with him. And then Thomas Benjamin Wilde Esquire is the other chap I think you mentioned, and he's again another ukulele tote playing funny guy with a beard. So. Yeah.
It's just it's just I mean it's all the kind of diverse looks you get from the same kind of like they're all describe themselves as chap pop artists or gentleman rhymers. Yes. It's all the kind of same genre, but it's like like you say, there's some of the guys have got ukuleles and impressive moustaches, right up there with the hipsters for those, and then you've got the Prof who goes for this wonderful kind of safari hat, and he's now got like loads of different looks with different, like he's got one with clouds and one with pride colors on it, and it's just so great. And I just love how it can take the same area and then you can all go in different directions.
Yes, yeah, it's lovely. I mean, like, Prof's definitely got his comic world, his conventions and things like that, which is very good. Jim, Mr. B's got a whole backstory. He used to be in many, many bands, and he does a lot of acid and techno house and all of that kind of stuff. He DJs as well. And then I've just discovered my circus, which has been a lovely little niche that I'm exploring at the moment in my Carnival of Chaos. So,
sorry, is that Madam Misfit's Carnival of Chaos, which you can see with you and little Adam there on the background in his ringtamer outfit.
Little Adam, little Adam. Oh, he's a great egg. Like, so we only met last sci-fi, so last November.
Just very quickly for anyone who isn't familiar with Adam, he is our friend from the Sci-Fi Weekender. He always hosts it. Absolutely fantastic. I'm actually worried to give out his name because he goes under 3, so it's like either Adam Cockclough, Adam Washington, or Jim Credible. One of those 3 people, or all 3 of them, is our friend who hosts the Sci-Fi Weekender. Sorry, I just wanted to tee that up for the radio for anyone.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we need to hone in his branding. We're working on that.
Just one name. I don't mind which. I'm just suggesting.
Just Adam. I don't know. But yeah, no, he's like, it's like, so the Carnival of Chaos is essentially I wanted a way of being able to put a show out myself and have my own thing. And whenever I've been looking for support artists, for me, I was always drawn towards either burlesque or sideshow or those weird sort of oddities that really got me. And I was kind of like, well, my music kind of is clownish, really, when I really play it up. And I added a few extra tricks and a few gags and that. And yeah, we put on a pilot show in York, February this year. As a teaser and a tester, we had a magician, we had a sword swallower, we had my friend who walked on glass, and all of this. And then Adam came on and sung as well as an opening act, which was just amazing. And who else did we have? We had a juggler as well, and it was just beautiful. And I kind of came away thinking, this is what I need. It was so nice to do something that wasn't with the other brothers of Chap Hop. It was really nice to do something for myself. So yeah, so now we've got essentially, fingers crossed, 4 shows coming up for the rest of the year, which is really exciting.
Give the dates, give where you're going to be. Come on, let's get.
So it's all TBC. So it's all under Arts Council grants. But fingers well. So the 27th of May, we will be at Brighton Fringe at Caravanserai for one night. So anyone down the south want to come and see us, just head to my website. Just put Madam Misfit in Google. Fortunately, there's only one of me. And so Brighton Fringe. Then we hope to be coming to Reading Purple Turtle on the 30th of June, which will be ace. We then also plan to come to Maidstone at the name escapes me, Sun Pier House on the 2nd of September, and then we'll be coming to Lincoln at Southside on Friday the 13th of October for a big spectacle. Yeah, so that's rather exciting, but that's my circus, and hopefully that'll be enough for people then to want to book us for next year. And
yeah, you gotta, like, I mean, I feel honor bound given that my show goes out on local Welsh radio SW20, the new sound of South Wales. I feel honor bound to say you do need to get to Wales as well in that mix.
I know, like, I've got a lot of where did you say you're South Wales?
Well, the where the show goes out, it's Newport.
Newport.
I don't know why my went blank. Yeah, Newport, kind of Cardiff area.
Okay, I've got a lot of want for sort of Swansea, kind of that people a lot bit. I think it's post because there's the Comic-Con there, isn't there, soon? Yeah. So I think there's a lot of people are saying Swansea. People are shouting aggressively in capitals Swansea. So at me. So I'm originally from sort of I've done sort of North Wales. I've done Llangollen.
Okay, I've been corrected by Amy. It's SW20 Pontypool based. I blanked for a second. Newport's kind of in the area. I don't know where my own show's based. All right, you got it. South Wales, the new sound of SW20 Radio.
South Wales. It's a long way. I've been down. I've got family in Tenby. And it just keeps on going. Yeah, I will definitely, like, people keep shouting out, come here, come there. I'm like, that's great, but if you can find us a venue and get someone to pay me, I'm there. Like, that's it. So yeah, there we go. That's as easy as it is. Or we can, like, if anyone literally has got, like, I know of a really good venue with a really decent person that could book you, I think we'd love you. Just send me. That's as easy as it is. Just a little chat like that. That's really good.
Let's get it done, guys. So... I mean, like, at the moment, I'm going to be traveling to Brighton, it sounds like. But yeah, I'll have to get you down here to Southampton as well.
Definitely. Oh, I'm at Southampton.
When are you at Southampton?
I'm at the Arts Cafe on the Art House. Yeah, the Art House on the was it the 12th of May, the Friday? Yeah, 12th of May. I'm doing my great capacity tour. So I'm doing, although Southampton isn't known for its pasties, I'm going Southampton on the 12th of May, Bournemouth Obsidian on the 13th of May, and Linton and Lynmouth, and then Falmouth down in, is it Devon, Exeter, Cornwall? Down there, Falmouth. There we go. Down that way. West Country.
You all definitely need to get yourself onto Madam Misfit. Is it .com or .co.uk?
.co.uk
for all your Madam Misfit touring needs. We've just got a few hellos to quickly get through. So we've got Heartbeat City says, cool. Thank you. I mean, obviously you're talking about Madam Misfit here. I've never been accused of being cool in my life. We've got Amy Liddington, of course, who was helping me out with where our radio station is. We've got Honey Harrison, your friend of mine. Cannot wait to meet you again, Sarah.
Hey, hello, lovely.
And Terry Lockwood. Terry has put Amber and Terry loved your act at Sci-Fi. Now, Terry, is that perhaps your husband writing that on your account, or are you just talking about yourself in the third person now? Amber and Terry loved your set at your act at Sci-Fi Weekender. I'm going to guess the latter. And we got Honey said love Adam, which of course we all do. We've got a question actually from the floor. Jody has asked, what is it like to perform these with these other artists? You're a bit starstruck. Are you a bit starstruck at first?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time. So it was with the Professor when I jumped on stage with him. I mean, it was in my hometown, so fair enough. So a lot of my friends came, so that was fine. And singing covers and that, and yeah, it was nerve-wracking, really, really nerve-wracking. And I wasn't even singing my own stuff then; it was just covers. But I think once I got over that, and then wrote my first song, then I've been fine performing with the Professor. We're just as silly as each other. It's fine. But then the other night when I supported Mr. B, I was having those flushes again, and I was ringing the Professor saying, well, what kind of a show do I do? Is he as crazy as you on stage? Do I dull it down a bit? And his advice was go big, go home. So I flung marshmallows, but I told them to have a 5-second rule. So
yeah. I've got to talk to you about the marshmallows. You were still doing it in the last act. I was picking them out of my shoe tread for weeks after. I know it's only been just over a week, but I'm going to use hyperbole. I'm still picking them out of my shoe as we're talking.
Well, people sent me messages saying, you know what, there's still people there, dude. I was like, they're still there. I was like, Christ. So what I do now is I do the Wombling song before. So I teach you all to reduce, reuse, recycle. And then I throw marshmallows, and then you've got to pick those things up. So yeah, that's how it kind of works now. They work as a back-to-back show. So I've told you to pick your litter up, now do it. So yeah, so that was hilarious. But yeah, so I did the marshmallow thing and threw Haribo, although people at Sci-Fi were saying, I took a bag of Haribo to the face for you. I was like, are you all right? Like, yeah, man, it was cool. so hilarious to see these little nets from the audience. Like, that was my way of lining them up for what is about to happen.
I just love the fact that that's how punk rock we get at the Sci-Fi Weekender. Oh, I took a Haribo to the face. Are you still okay? Yeah, I kept rocking still.
Well, it was hilarious because I'd had the chimps queued up. Yes. And I was looking back at Adam
again,
thinking...
Sorry, I'm going to have to add so many provisos. I don't mean to interrupt you. It's just for anyone who doesn't know the Weekender. You've just said, oh, I lined up the chimps, as if that's just a normal statement, which to you and I it is. But to these other people, they might not know. Right? So on the Sci-Fi Weekender, it's Professor Elemental has his kind of monkey sidekicks. They're dressed up as chimps. I say dressed up. Obviously, these are just human chimp hybrids. I say dressed up. I don't know why I'd say that. It's as if I just wear a dragon suit and I am not part dragon. It's ridiculous. But you've got these monkey men hybrid who go around and support the other acts while they're on stage. So they come out and join you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's all right. And the funny thing is, though, that the chimps were initially the Professor's thing. They were his thing, but the agreement was that he beasts them, bullies them, and I look after them.
I love that.
They've come to me.
Oh, you're like the monkey mother.
I know. I like that. I'm part orangutan anyway. It's fine. But so I looked at Adam at this part of the song Sugar Rush to cue these chimps to come in. I'd given them these buckets of marshmallows, and I just shouted at them, "Make it rain!" And I've got this footage of this one spinning these marshmallows and just kind of lobbing them into the audience. So it was just, yeah, it was hilarious. I think I got involved there, lobbing them, and nobody complained. So that's why it still is part of my show. So.
I'm just saying, Terry's with me on the marshmallows. I had marshmallows in my shoe tread. Didn't we all?
But I still didn't get told off, so I'm fine.
Honestly, I was kind of wondering if you got told off by the cleaning staff or anything.
I didn't. I'm like, I will just keep doing something until somebody says no. That was a step too far, and they haven't yet. So I'll just keep doing it. There you go. But I honestly, a lot of thought went into what sweets to throw. Because little blackjacks or refreshers, they were going to take someone's eye out, too sharp, too pointy. A lot of thought. And originally I was going to get a tennis racket and bat them into the audience and provide people in the audience with rackets, and I thought they'd come back at me then. So a lot of thought.
What about an overhand throw of some Starburst? That'd be good.
Yeah, but they're still quite in the little wrappers. Yeah, I like the wrapper
Well, because they're
idea
still in
because
the
then you can
wrappers, so they're
save
like, a
them.
bit more hygienic, and plus, vegan, so I can eat them.
Oh,
As it is,
yeah.
I got a thing of Harry Potter and just had to pass them on to some child. Like, they're not going to appreciate as much as I'd appreciate sweeties. Come on, it's not for the kids or anything.
That or a big old handful of Skittles, and you can probably taste the rainbow and just like fling it.
I'm just there opening my mouth and typing in front of everyone.
Be hilarious. Like I look at all the other acts, like Mr. B, and I'm like, pretty sure he's not spending on actually giving the audience things at the end of his show, and there's me buying glow sticks like to give away. I had to go to, literally, I'm starting to know where every Home Bargains is around me now and buy all the glow sticks out. Like, I'm like, crap, I got no glow sticks. And yeah, it's funny. So
Yeah,
that's just
it was one of
me
those
giving
moments.
it my all. I give it my all. There you go. So.
Oh yeah, it was one of those moments I knew when I was at the Weekender, when I was there, as pre-mentioned, in my dragon scale, which obviously I keep under my human suit. I had my hedgehog sidekick, which I had adopted for the weekend, on my wrist, which, by the way, I did give myself cramp dancing that thing along the whole night.
I thought it was a wumble. I was very impressed if it was a wumble, but yeah.
Right, I mean, I thought it was inventive, but now it just seems rubbish now that it wasn't a wumble. But yeah, and you threw out the glow stick, so then had a glow stick on it, and I was just looking at this kind of like, I sort of had an out-body experience moment where it was like, yeah, only at the Weekender. This is the only place you get this kind of shenanigans happening.
Well, somebody was walking around with 4 beavers, and I ended up adopting one. And with the passing by conversation of "How's your beaver?" every morning, I saw this chap. I was like, next to my bed, actually. So,
Madam Misfit, a family show, family show.
I know, crazy.
Honey said I end up with many glow sticks in my hair. It was like a plank.
Well done.
Honey, why is there not? If you've got photos of this, we need to see this. I don't know why I haven't seen this already. Or if I have, sorry, memory. Terry's but Rowan says shoot Skittles, have a blunderbuss.
Yes. I like that.
Blinding people with Skittles.
Or a little like Dennis the Menace style catapult. Do that.
I tell you, it's the kids of the weekend, and they're the most violent, you know.
No, yeah. I mean, I need to think more sweets. Yeah. So it's true that I literally spend most of my days eating pick and mix. So the audience should be in the same state as I when I do the show.
Well, I'm sorry, Sarah, but do you eat them or do you research them? I believe is what you're doing there.
Yeah. Are they good? Should I have these? There we go.
Yeah. You have to eat so much pick and mix just to get the right sweets. It must be hell.
That's it. I know. Yeah, it's like, I think it's bad when the pick and mix, the sweet shop lady knows me. I think it's bad when any of the local, like the person in the curry house knows you, or definitely the sweet shop, because when I go there without my kids, that must be really weird. Like, only adult who goes in, and I'm not one of those and ahs either. I'm kind of like that one, a bigger handful of that one, and yeah, I'm kind of quite bad.
That sounds like the thing they say in business. It's like, it doesn't matter which decision you make, it's the fact that you make the decision and you make it, and you sell the decision to people. So that's what you're doing. It's like, you haven't got any time to mess around when it comes to picking mix. This is serious business here.
Hell no. And when I get angry, I got angry because it was shut. I think I told you lot. It was shut the morning of Sci-Fi, and then I went the other day and they didn't have my favourite ones in, so I told them. Get them ordered in. I'm a regular here, like, so I need my fix. Crazy.
Zoe's put once in late. Sorry, Zoe appears just at the moment she intends to, or something like that, like Gandalf. We'll go with that.
That's cool.
It would have been even better if I got the quote right, but we can't help these. Zoe channeling your inner Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I like that. I like that craziness. Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Now, we have talked about, you've mentioned your swing influences with the Andrews sisters and all this, and obviously you've got songs about Inspector Gadget. So what are your kind of like, other than Inspector Gadget, what goes into your geek influences which you bring to the table?
Geek influences, just old school 80s stuff. I mean, people have been saying like Danger Mouse. I literally get things sent to me all the time, like, you should do this, you should do that, and I don't like to do too. I know, like, I don't like to do too many covers because I know the professor hates doing covers, but I like enough. It's good to have a track embedded in there that people know and they can hook onto. Just
Yeah.
like I did Nelly the Elephant the other night. That's from my Carnival of Chaos show, and I wouldn't normally do that in a Misfit show, but the crowd was going to be ace, so that's why I threw it in there, because it's that old classic. I love the idea of bringing people back to that childlike state, and that's the sort of like fun I want people to have. We are not adults, we are just people there enjoying the moment we're in, and if that means you are a 3-year-old with a bag of sweets, then so be it. Right? So I love the beauty of it. So yeah.
Oh, I have been to the caravan of many of these people at the Cypher Weekend. So again, for anyone who doesn't know, it's at a caravan park, and that's where we're all staying. And believe me, sweeties and pasties is all they're eating. Sweeties, pasties, pizza, and whatever the outlets are selling. That is their diet for the weekend. So that's perfect for these people.
Just fueling it. It's fine. Yeah.
We
I had one of
basically
those
survived on alcohol and sweeties for 4 days.
I had one of those giant ice cream like waffle things, and just even that was too much for me.
Oh god,
that was the bubble waffles.
Shout out to my brother in Star Trek, Elliot, from the Retrek podcast. Please do check that out. And I think he wants to marry a waffle cone with ice cream in it, specifically from that store. He was obsessed. He sent this photo. I've seen the man smile. Sure, I have a number of times, but never that broadly. He was just holding it. It was like,
I know,
the joy on his face.
But I missed out last November. I didn't check the time, so they shut at 8. So I literally had to plan ice cream before I did my show this time, just to not miss out. That's how dedicated I was to it. Check the times. Like, yeah, basically, my dentist hates me.
Yeah, dentists aren't a fan of us after the weekend. Liver specialists. There's many people who will not talk to us post-weekend for a while.
Yeah, not good at all.
Jodie, ice cream is important. Of course it is. We all know this. Even we vegans are allowed it now. They've been very nice that way. Oh God, sorry, just very quick tangential story. I went out for lunch the other day, and I went to this place called the Trago Lounge. So there's this branch of places called the Whatever Lounge in different towns and cities, and the menu was like it's one of the ones you can get up on your phone and order from your table, and you go on there and it's listed in categories. So at the top it says food, next thing it says vegan, as if to say it's like, right, this is food. If you're a vegan, this is what you can eat in place of food. I don't think they meant that, but it just really felt like it's been now downgraded from food even. Like, that's just mean.
Oh anyway. Dear.
My random brain. Sorry, pot noodles and drumstick lollies will see us through anything. Yeah, it's pretty true. Pot noodles, though, come on, have a bit of love for yourself. At least buy the posh noodle-based things you can get in the supermarket.
Posh ones. I've always got one in my car because I'm on the road so much. I have a posh pot noodle, which is like usually some sort of like rice-based noodly thing, udon thing.
Yeah, you get the Thai ones.
Yeah, I have one of them. I feel a little bit better. An apple and dried raisins. They live in my car all the time because I'm on the road so many times. There's only so many times you can eat a sausage roll at 2 a.m. on the way back from a show. It's like, no, can't do it. So, getting old. Need the good stuff.
My friend Adam Dingwall, that Nelly the Elephant performance was amazing, and it is indeed. Actually, I don't want to talk about this specifically and generally. So Nelly the Elephant, it is such a wonderful, like you were saying that you wouldn't usually do it for other crowds outside the Carnival Chaos.
Yeah,
I think it's just so blinding, and it's like you say, it's kind of got that hook that everyone knows, but all that kind of original stuff you've added to it. You had a conga line in there for us, which was absolutely blinding. Tell us a bit about the arrangement of that and arranging your stagecraft in general, because it is a really lovely interactive show, as well as being something which is very much commanded by yourself.
Yeah, so Nelly the Elephant was actually a direct cover from, is it Toy Dolls? I think was the slightly metal cover I found of that. And I remember showing it to Adam. I'm like, what do you think about this? Which is me in my head saying, I'm doing this, but I'm just getting your opinion on this, which is how most of it goes. And I sort of, am I the best kind of person or the worst kind of person? But me and my brain sort of two halves. And if I think about something for a split second, and the other half is like, you know what, that might not be a good idea. Yeah, but you've thought of it now. Oh, yeah, but nobody else knows. Yeah, but I know. And if you don't do, yeah, so I get in that whole thing. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sort of a person that if I'm gonna go for something, it's got to really be big. You know, I can't do anything half-assed.
I definitely got that. Definitely got
So
that.
go big, be committed. You know, and like if I'm going to make a fool of myself, do it properly. Just like with the whole peacock outfit there as well for people. I'd like to think I'm the first person to ever have done a costume change mid-show. I'd like to think that
That
is
was
fair.
amazing. That was really cool.
Yeah, well, it was kind of so I do a piece called The Skin You're In. A lot of my music is
Beautiful.
about promoting beautiful people both inside and out, and it was a piece dedicated to people of all shapes and sizes, and the music video that goes along with it, I work with a burlesque troupe. Oh, thank you.
So that peacock outfit was glorious.
There we
Yeah,
go. It's hanging actually right next to me, and yeah, so that outfit, I worked with a burlesque troupe based up in Barnsley, Yorkshire, and I said, you know, I want you to help me film this video. We're just going to dance around, have one hell of a time. I want women of all different shapes and sizes. And they said, what are you going to wear? And I said, no idea, I'll sort something out. And they revealed to me this huge, I mean, it's based on underwear, so any children watching this, but yeah, it's got a blue bodice, and then they like covered it in sequins and glitters and feathers with a big old headpiece and a bustle and everything. And I'd only worn it for the music video, but I do that song at my shows. And I was like, you know what would be special is the first time I actually wear it is getting onto the main stage, because obviously last year I wasn't on the main stage. So then I said to Adam, wouldn't it be cool if I created this little quick change hoop? We practiced it backstage. The entire Professor Elemental set was me practicing up and down this little hoop thing with Adam, changing and popping my head out. And yeah, it just worked beautifully. And I'm a big fan, as I was saying, like if I'm going to make a fool out of myself, do it big. And if I'm going to go out there and sing a song about being proud of the skin you're in, why not go out there wearing a peacock outfit?
well done.
So there you go. And it was lovely because I had Peter Ray Ellison was the first one behind me, and I like the idea of having it as like an honour to help lead me in that trail of just beautiful people. And I want people to request and be proud that they are not only involved in it but to be the leader of that. And then when I did this birthday party the other night, I let the person wear my headdress for their little birthday party. It was a beautiful thing. And yeah, I really like promoting. There's so much beauty out there that people don't realize, and I've had so many people resonate with that song in particular as well, that you know
it deeply touched me when you sang about that and about bullying and about so many other things. It's part of the sort of journey I've been on with sort of like just discovering about myself and sort of the way my brain works and all that stuff. But it's like I genuinely sort of was feeling in a really positive place, and hearing those lyrics and stuff really did actually really touch me greatly. So I just want to say that as well. Jodie has said, the peacock outfit is my favourite. You look gorgeous in it. Thank you, Jodie. And I'd like to thank Sarah for lending it to me after she was gone. So,
yes.
Nice, I didn't think anyone noticed.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like I don't know how I can better myself now, other than it'll be expected every time now.
Well, I did like the fact that after you were in the peacock outfit, you were in the gold outfit, and I was in my gold jacket. We were good. I like the fact we matched. That was nice. It was good.
Themed. It was good. Yeah, no, it's like I don't know when I'm gonna wear that again now. That's the problem. I've just got so many outfits going on here. It's crazy, but the peacock will come out again. And I was having chats with Adam. I was like, if I wore the peacock outfit at Sci-Fi Weekend, is this some sort of comic sort of thing or a fantasy film of peacock feet? He said, no, mate, just do it. I was like, okay. Okay, we just go with it.
I'm going to show you these messages from Zoe in reverse order. So like that's her reaction afterwards. So get worried. But like little smiley face with laughing. Next time, Phoenix. That's your challenge.
Yeah, I've got a phoenix tattooed all up my arm. Actually, that's my big thing. But
and great.
Yeah.
Just wear it doing the washing up. Like
It
you're
just,
talking about,
yeah.
if you want a bit of a boost during your day, you've got to just think that's a miserable task. Put on your peacock
That's what I
outfit.
need to tell people at home. Go on, get your peacock out. That's kind of a little slang line for going, yeah, perk yourself up. Like, oh, I like that. But yeah, no, it was a bold thing. I'm one of those. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to kind of be spreading these messages without doing it myself. So and I was nervous. Like there was someone was saying before, nervous about performing with other people. I was nervous about performing in that because I get so many photos taken of me, and I do get a little bit paranoid about them. But there is nothing more powerful and impactful of being that naked, but having people literally just energized and absorbed and supportive of what you were doing. And that's like when I did the music video for that song, like I had all these women around me and I just felt like I was a superhero myself. It was just immense, that kind of level of excitement and electricity in the room. It's just, yeah. And then I quickly shuffled over to my merch table and put on a little dressing gown because I felt a little bit bare.
Well, as things putting, be careful getting your peacock outfit out in public. I always slipped on those words a bit.
There we go.
I mean, geez, I'm not saying that was a voluptuous outfit, but I was going the color of your background right now, the red curtain when you got that was a mighty fine outfit, madam. That's what I'm going to say. You would never have a clue about you being nervous. It's so true. You came across as so confident and powerful and looked $1 million.
Thank you, Zoe.
And I don't think she means green and crinkly. No, it's absolutely fantastic. We've got another question here. This is coming from Terry again. How do you adjust your show to the different styles of events? Are there many differences?
There are, yeah. I mean, I did an 18th the other day. I won't be doing wombles to an 18th party anymore.
Oh, go on.
But I knew, well, hence I'm a mother, I'm a parent myself, so I just stepped into mum role. So it was great. I led birthday games, party games. I knew that they'd love dressing up, and I threw lots of sweets at them and told them to go around picking them up. And it was a different kind of vibe, and hung out for selfies with them. So that was a bit more like that vibe. But I also do like sort of family friendly daytime things as well. So obviously my language changes a little bit during family friendly shows, and some of the words in some of my songs change a little bit as well, to captivate that. But one thing that I have started doing that some of you might see as well as the singing is I've started doing a daytime family friendly silly sort of show where I take on the role of an aviatrix, a pilot. And yeah, do you know where I'm going with this? Have you seen some bits? So
I haven't. No, I love the idea. Like, I don't actually like. I've got to bring this in now because you mentioned it. But Jodie's put like you need to do a calendar with all the outfits, and maybe a calendar of chaos. Yeah, just a bit of marketing there.
Calendar of chaos. Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of like some of the amazing. Yeah, I'm very impulsive. Very impulsive. I have an idea and I know, well, unfortunately for me, I know the people that can make these things happen very quickly. So I fell in love with this artwork this person did. And if anybody draws any sort of artwork with a red-headed figure in it, I'm like, I could wear that. And that literally, I saw someone done as sort of a Rocketeer type character, little jetpack, very steampunk. I was like, I need that. I want that. And now I've sort of got it. So I've got a family friendly daytime show, which is called the British Aeronautical Piloting School, which in abbreviation stands for BAPS. And so you can be part of my BAPS. And
as you get them out on stage.
Well, no, yeah.
What the point? I don't know what you were suggesting. I was just like,
Well, yeah, so people enlist during the day when I play at a lot of steampunk events, so you can book the BAPS and basically.
Sorry, I'm a 5-year-old child. I'm just going to snig it every time you say it. Just continue. I'll just mute myself if it gets too loud.
So basically, students will enroll on the day, and I will be able to train individuals into fully fledged pilots within 20 minutes. So I take them through basic boot camp We all get marching, and then I give everyone a moustache, and then I want to like hear their engines. They talk about what kind of propellers they've got, and what kind of, whether it's steam powered or whatever kind of jet powered in this. And then we do little aerobatics display teams as well. Think wacky races, carry on, a little bit of Amelia Earhart meets Lord Flashheart. It's all of that in a daytime family friendly show, and you come out with a little certificate at the end. So that's my other sideline there, family friendly fun. So
And you've mentioned you're being parent there as well. So do your how do your kids take it? Do they love the fact that mummy does all this? Or is it embarrassing yet? Or because all of us are embarrassing to our kids eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Not embarrassing yet. No, I mean the only songs of mine they know are only those with really wicked evil laughs in. Like at the end of Inspector Gadget, Dr. Claw comes out, so they really like that one. But they love coming to Comic-Cons with me. I've started doing a few. I did a BridCon, and they loved that. They sat on my merch table, helped sell CDs, and I was able to use the little tagline that, you see my children over there, if you don't buy my merchandise, I've told them whatever we raise is going towards Disneyland. So literally with proper guilt trip anyone. So
I like it. I like it.
So it worked because I could just, their faces were right opposite me on the stage I was performing. They were just sat there waiting for people to come and give them pennies.
Kids, look shorter, quick.
I know. Yeah. Bless them. So no, they get it. I've been performing 3 years now, and they kind of see the lipstick go on, and they're used to it. They're very flexible. Daytimey steampunky things they'll come along to. I've started to get them some gadgets and some gizmos and goggles and things like that. Bring them to, oh my god, no, it's my fun place. I would be a very different person if my children came. My gosh, I'd be like eyes in the back of my head. So I couldn't relax. I think that's it. I'm a very different, I'm sort of, although I look very on it when I'm there, actually my head's going 10 to the dozen.
I think if your kids are there, that me and Adam, the restraining order kicks in at that point where we've got to stand the other side of the room so we don't make any off-color comments.
Yeah, it's just I mean they'll get there. They're 3 and 5, so they're very full on. They're not like kind of can leave them to walk around the room on their own. I would literally have to be there every 5 minutes feeding them or wiping their faces or something. So yeah, so I'm literally waiting for them to walk in any minute now actually. So but yeah, they will eventually. They'll get the bug and they'll come along, and they do know my stuff when my songs come on. And hilariously, so a lot of my music was written during lockdown, and subsequently some of the music videos were home recorded, so it's lovely to look back on my YouTube channel and see when my daughter was 3 months old. We went into lockdown, and she's in my video for MUM, which stands for Magnificence Unmeasurable. It's a whole song about being a mum, so she's done that, and now she's nearly 4, so it's wonderful to have had them part of that bringing up as well. But yeah, no, it is not quite yet bringing them want to bring them along, so I'd be a very different person. It'd be a very tame show. You were like, you went back to singing in that how you used to. Yeah, that was it. So yeah,
and I can't help but notice that basque that you usually wear has become a full 3-piece suit. That was unusual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's
that would
quite
be
a different swing.
That would be funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very different kind of show. Yeah, mummy. My kids are really good at, they probably heckle me as well, so yeah, but not with good things. It'd be like, can you work my bum or something halfway through the show? So
and you've not enough of Adam shouting that at you during your gigs.
Yeah, I don't need the added stress. Basically, I've got to look after you lot, make sure you lot don't kill yourselves with bags of Haribo. So
and we wipe our bums. It's true. It's true.
And you lot are house trained. That's fine. So.
I'd like to thank the chat bot which has chosen to join us at this time. I'm not going to share your promotional thing though. Adam, a nice bit of child exploitation. We always like that. Honey, bring them to Sci-Fi Weekend. No, we already had that one. Adam, Lord Flashheart, woof.
Yes, yeah, I love Lord Flashheart, definitely.
Oh, and yeah, Zoe, that's her birthday sorted. Yeah, can we book you for our birthday parties now then? I mean, that's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can book. I thought you were going to say book the Baps, but no, you can book me.
Book the Baps for your birthday.
Yay, book me for weddings, birthdays. Oh my god, yeah. They had me host, so they'd already got some general games. So it was an 18th, but they we strangely had Pass the Parcel. They were going to do Pass the Parcel, a pinata, 4 corners, and pin the tail. So I hosted them, and it was hilarious. I really enjoyed doing all of that. That was quite funny. Yeah, no, that was good. No, I'm more than happy to do birthday parties. It kind of it'd be lovely to do an adult birthday party. That'd be hilarious. I've had inquiries about weddings before, and yeah, I just kind of just run with it. Again, I'll have that idea and I'll just go with it. It'll be epic. There'll be more sweets, or it'll be cake. I'll just be flinging birthday cake into the room. So catch like Colin caterpillars, the mini ones.
Yeah. Oh, you can get mini ones. I didn't know about that. I
Yeah,
thought
it
you
was
just meant
great.
slices, just
No.
like use them as ninja throwing stars.
No, I went to a wedding and the main cake they cut was a Colin, and then rather than taking slices from that, they just had a little Colin. He just took that. It was great. Never seen so much cake eaten in all my life. There we go. So, way forward.
Zoe's put, I'm not an adult, I'm 43. Kids.
Definitely not.
I'm only 44, by the way. I don't mean like that, just made it sound like I'm 60 or something, but 44 do just fine, thank you. She's also put, book the Babs. I want a certificate and a mustache.
And a mustache,
You should definitely.
yeah.
Oh, I think this is where
But
you
the
want to go.
Baps, yeah. And
You've
we
got to have
I
adult
hand out
gift bags. So like
Or
you
like-
do for kids, but you can have a moustache in there. You can have an actual BAP, a certificate.
Yeah, I could do that. So I hand out on the show these little aeroplane sleeves. They put their arms in, so they look like little Spitfires, and they run around making airplane noises. And then we do over little tiny hurdles, and then I stop them with my remote control, and then ask for a rewind so that we can see that movement again. And they kind of run backwards, and then they run forward. And yeah, it's quite funny. It's like Wacky Races and Catch the Pigeon. Did you ever watch those? So that's where that's where my head was at.
I used to have the Hanna-Barbera wallpaper when I was a kid. It had Stop the Pigeon, it had Flintstones, it had all of them.
Love it. Yeah. I think I used to have a crush on Muttley. I had that chat with someone the other day, the dog. There you go.
Whereas I just wanted medal.
Yeah. But here we go. We need to take in the game
dream for Baps next year.
Oh my god. Well, my big vision for it is once people know what BAPS is that people will start building their own aircraft. Proper frame structures over the shoulder straps, because I want one of those. So here in Lincoln, we have the Lincoln Steampunk Asylum, which is the world's largest steampunk asylum, and they have a parade. And it is my vision to have the huge handlebar moustache, like kind of goggles as I've got, and then this frame structure, kind of little biplane to do my thing in. So with a big old megaphone. That's the dream. If people start turning up to BAPS displays with aircraft already, that'd be hilarious. So
yeah, you need some sort of I'm picturing now, you just got straps there and you just have the aircraft which hangs around your waist.
That's it. Yeah, some sort of light frame structure, whether it be like bamboo weaved and then a bit of tissue paper over. Yeah.
I tell you, if you're in store for a weekender, all you have to do is just mention it to the Half-Assed Avengers, who, again, for anyone who hasn't seen it, they are so glorious. They make everything from cardboard. They can make outfits in a moment, and they have stuff which they call the Half-Assed Avengers. They kind of sort of sometimes I think maybe purposely get some things wrong, and it's but it's some of it looks actually quite elaborate. They are geniuses. I would highly recommend checking them out if you ever get time. Yeah, they'd knock you out an aircraft in minutes. They'd be great.
Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, I'm not clever. I mean, I couldn't even successfully wear a mustache for the entire of my set the other night. I had to whip it off. So for Sugar Rush, the song is like a 2-part vocal. It's a male and a female having a conversation at a cafe, at a bakery. And I've never performed that song live because I've never known how to do it. So hence lobbing sweets was mainly just a distraction. But yeah, so if you've ever seen a half and half burlesque routine where one half is male, one half identifies female, that's what I was going for. But I've never stuck a tat onto a sweaty top lip, and it just kept falling off.
I loved it. I don't know how you did it. You kept singing. You were patting down your mustache, and you were doing 5 other things at once, and you didn't break any of them. And you were laughing. That was it. You were laughing and singing, and I don't know how you do those 2 things without either being interfered with, but somehow you're doing it with a mustache right in your face. How?
I did it. I know. It was hilarious. And then I think I joined the SFW cosplay group because I was like, I need help with my mustache. And now there's a whole thread on there because in the end, now I've got glasses, half a set of glasses.
Yeah.
I balance on the end of my nose with a mustache, like just just underneath it, and it worked. I did it the other night on a show, and it worked really well.
But I enjoyed the half mustache so much. I might just have to nick that and hide it every time you perform the weekend. So you've got to do the giggling like that.
Well, you say it for those poor cleaners at Sci-Fi, they've got marshmallows and half a mustache clean up off the floors.
Oi, Kev, someone's dropped their Merc in here again. It's like one of those landing strip ones.
Yeah. Oh, hilarious. So,
which I might edit out for the radio version. Anyway, Terry's put, this is a party in planning needs to happen. Yeah. You might actually now get a booking from my friends in the Troopers from the Sci-Fi Weekend.
I might already be in talks with some of the Troopers. So there might be, that would be.
Where's my invite, guys? Then Jesus,
not yet, just the talks.
Just saying,
just a talky thing. But yeah, no, I definitely like anyone out there who does meetings or that, or you want a silly 45 minutes during that, I'll happily come and break up any boring sort of. No, come and let me know. So
you see, I don't want to do it's something I've had sort of rattling around in my head since I'm finding out at the moment about neurodiversity and all this, given that I've discovered I'm part of the community. I actually, funnily enough, because my son's got autism, so I knew more about that than ADHD, which turns out I've got. But it's been really fun looking into it, and I kind of want to do a kind of neurodiverse night, and I think your act would be awesome for that. I think the crazy energy would suit us very well, me and my people.
Oh my god, the crazy! I think the hilarious thing is, like I said on stage, that Madam Misfit is the girl I wish I was at 13. You know, kind of the one that was able to stand up for herself and say no to bullies and really be there. And and instead I'm now on stage in front of hundreds of people as that 13-year-old, which is a bit scary, really. It's like being let loose, hence no one can really stop me. So but I think I'm just so passionate about the power that music or arts, as we had the conversation, is with people. I see it as a medication, and when I go out, tracking back to the stuff I do daytime, I sing a lot in care homes, and for the older generations, not this kind of music, but all the other stuff. And to see it work, it's magic. People who are either non-verbal or are bedbound, and to see eyes light up when they start playing piano, or you can see them, some of them grab me and dance with me, and you'll have care people come up and say, gosh, that's usually a really aggressive, and it's how calming it is. And it's beautiful to see so many people so emotionally connected with music or the arts. It's just, for me, it's medicine, it's magic. So
completely. I mean, I can honestly say I don't think and it's a bit more like what you were saying there, just really chimed with me, not only standing up to the bullies, but I think quite frankly some old teachers and bosses as well could have done with a bit of standing up to, but I just didn't have the confidence to. Because I mean, I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent, but it's when I was looking back at my old reports, I think it's how vicious was it to say some of the things they said about a 10-year-old or a 13-year-old, however old I was when they wrote that report. It's it was really mean stuff about why doesn't he even bloody well try and stuff. It's well, maybe he's struggling a bit. Maybe there's a reason why he's not able to do all this stuff. I forget where I was going with that, which is also very important to me. No, that was it. Yeah. And when at the weekend of this time, it's really hard to describe, but it's I didn't know I was holding part of myself back until I wasn't anymore. And I actually get really quite sort of cut up talking about this, because it's the first time I really felt like myself on stage. I didn't realize I wasn't being before. And it just, it kind of hit me at one stage. And it was just such a powerful moment. I was just, funny enough, I was drinking an energy drink, which also always going to have some epiphany to me. Just add myself more energy. That's going to do good. But it's and I thought, and it's I'd just gone through the day of not drinking. I thought, I don't want to drink for the rest of this weekend. I'm really enjoying being present and being myself. And it was such a revelatory moment. So that idea of going on stage and performing and that kind of being a release, and you can only really release it all when you're just completely being yourself, when there's no filters.
Yeah.
And it's just a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge downer post that, because I can't be, although I would love to be her 24/7, like the chaos of just like, yeah, I think the other mums are already fairly wary of me at the school gates, but it's it's kind of like, yeah, I have to be normal me to do the day-to-day admin things. But yeah, I miss it. I miss that high drive energy atmosphere and just being able to help. But yeah, she can't be around all the time.
I tell
But
you,
yeah.
it's the people in my corner shop I feel sorry for. Like I live a couple of doors down. I work from home, so I've just been in a room not talking to anyone for hours. Can you imagine some of the shit they got to like? Just the onslaught of chat that they get from me. They need a break after I've been in.
Oh, bless.
It's like a huge queue behind me. It's like I haven't talked to anyone for a few hours. Good luck with
Oh,
this.
bless you.
Let's go through some more of the comments. Oh my god, like the red school
Yes.
soapbox race, but planes. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I know.
Terry, you just know we will. I have no idea what's happening later. We've talked to
Oh,
many
yeah.
different things. Baps group for cosplay next year. Yes, definitely. We could be like the red arrows of fake planes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it all. Yeah.
I saw the half-assed Avengers. No, we love everyone. Embrace the half-assed Avengers, and the troopers are on it now.
Yeah.
Maybe some string for the mustache, like an eye patch. Oh, I would like it if you pulled the string and the mustache went up. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that. It's just the anchor points, maybe. And I've made what I've got now is a Mark II, and I'm sure another version will come after. I would love to be able to sing with a monocle, but that's too much kind of fiddling. I'm already quite good at juggling, as we mentioned, but I think keeping a monocle in one eye and keeping a moustache on the other is hard enough.
Although I could say I saw that, like, even though we had one eye closed, I could see it in the other eye. The little glint was just like, but could I?
But I can. I like a challenge. I think that's the problem. I challenge myself too much and see how far I can push it, and then I'll go to the edge, have a little, and then no, and then that's the happy zone.
Do you know where that ends? With you in a crowd, dancing with a hedgehog on your hand in a dragon suit. That's the way that madness lies. That's all I'm saying. Dingus, but I thought you were channeling Lord Flashheart with a tash not staying up.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Elliot, we need to get John make us some cardboard planes. Yeah, John, get on it. And just exciting. We have no idea what that's related to, but I'm glad you're excited, Ding. Zoe, should I make some plain wings before Whitchurch?
Whitchurch, yeah. Oh, you're coming to Whitchurch. That's hilarious. Whitchurch is the metal gig, so I think there'll be a lot of punk rockers in there that might smash you up. The plane before you got in there, but Nelly will be going down, which is hilarious. So that's my next gig, actually, the 14th of April, and it's in my hometown. Whitchurch is like my little hometown, and there's now this massive music venue going on there, and I sung there like 12-13 years ago when they first opened. I sung some Vera Lynn for them, and now I literally had to wait on a waiting list to try and get in there, and I was like, I was there from the start, man. So yeah, it's a free gig. Whitchurch, Shropshire. There's lots of Whitchurches, but Shropshire, and I'll be there. And it's quite a small place, so make sure you get there early. And there probably isn't room for aircraft. So, and also, if you want to book BAPS.
Who else has to say this at the gig? Oh, I'm sorry. On this one, there might not be room for light aircraft. I have to apologise.
Well, like on posters when it says like fancy dress encouraged, mine will be like no aircraft at this one or something, like a little precursor. But as part of my BAPS training, I forgot to say, when we go through the bomb air crew, there will be like beanbags.
Bomb air crew. It's what's this now?
So we go through like the fighter squadron. So we do little displays as fighter aircraft, and then we'll go through as though we're bombers. So we'll have beanbags, and then we'll have to throw them through like little targets to practice our bomb aiming skills. So that's all part of the BAPS daytime friendly show. I don't actually sing during it. We just play a lot of silly songs and games. So yeah, there we go. Come into your local country show. So there you go.
Elliot, I think it's in relation to me talking the years off the people in my local store. It's because you drag on! Just a little something for the fans there. I hope you all said drag on back in your own homes. I'm trying to get that one going in case anyone's wondering. Every time I say drag on, if I'm on stage, you'd be doing me a solid.
Okay, I know now. I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a viral marketing campaign, so I just telling individuals as I was going around the hall. So I did do it at one stage. I kind of a little bit chickened out, I'm not going to lie, because it was like, I was trying to find a moment to do it, and it was right at the end of a panel. I go, oh, sugar, I've got 3 seconds. Goodbye, everyone, and drag on! And like about 3 people went, drag on!
Well done. It's this thing. It started. Yeah, that's it.
I almost enjoyed it more because it was like about a smattering of people, and I don't think they were all together even, so it was like amongst the whole, like about 3 people going, drag on.
It was like the comical horn during the dark room, the kind of little tiny.
I do want to get it going, but like for the time being, just having 3 people in the hall, I go, I've got 3 followers now.
Definitely.
And he just said, oh yes, to something, and
yes.
Tears of laughter from Zoe there. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching today. Thank you very much for your time today, Madam Misfit, Sarah.
It's okay. It's been great. It's lovely to kind of bounce back into it for a little bit, dip my toe in like I was there, and then come away and for all my other boring stuff this week.
And by the way, I'd like to also thank you for the little bit of viral marketing with your lovely Dr. Squee Show badge, which if anyone wants one, just hit me up on Messenger. And I mean, I might, like, if you can just give me a quid to cover postage, I'm all happy with that. And any other pennies I might have left, I'll buy sweets with. Ding has put, I live in Burlton, a tiny village between Shrewsbury and Ensbury, not far from Whitchurch, for many years. Well, I mean, that's like, move there now then if you want to see the gig, you know. A round of applause from Ding. Yeah, anyway, sorry, I was wrapping up the show. Oh God, I'm so easily distracted. At least I know why now. When this goes out on radio, which we've got a show lined up for tomorrow, so it'll be a week tomorrow, as we're talking now, as well as playing a plethora of tunes from Madam Misfit, Mr. B, the Gentleman Roamer, and of course Professor Ornamental, because we talked about them. Is there a track I can play for you?
A track specifically for me?
Anything you like. It can be just anything your mind takes you to. It could be something to do with aircraft. It could be something to do with the crazy world of performing, or it could just be a tune that's been in your head. Whatever you like.
So you could play Magnificent Men and the Flying Machines. That would, yes.
There you go. That's a winner. So that'll be. So if you're listening on the radio, enjoy that now. If you're watching on video, I've just paused for no apparent reason. It's just crazy. So final comment we will give to Zoe. There's even less happens in Burton than in North Wales. Oh, trust me, I'm from a small town called Rumsey. It's, yeah, definitely I'm with you. So, yeah, thank you very much. I know you're very busy with the family and with your performing and everything. And I do not know how you keep the energy up, quite frankly.
Oh. Can I do a tiny plug? A tiny
please, yeah, plug everything. Yeah.
If you do want to support me, follow me, watch me, know where I am, literally the main place to go is www.madammisfit.co.uk. I've got a shop where you can buy these and badges and all sorts of magnets and things like that. Not peacock headpieces yet, but or you can find out where I'm next doing gigs, or you can stream all my stuff online at all the various good streaming sites.
Actually, if anyone's watching this right now and you don't mind just dropping that link, go to the website and drop the link in the chat here so everyone can see it. That'd be absolutely wonderful with you. And please, if you are watching, share this video far and wide, wherever you want to, and get more ears on the wonderful Madam Misfit, my guest this night.
Thank you very much.
I've been Dr. Squee. That was my show. And of course, in a world where you can be absolutely anything, please be kind. And don't forget to watch or listen to the Dr. Squee Show Tuesday 6 to 8, sw20radio.co.uk. Goodbye.